Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Birthroad. Welcome back, and today we are going over what would happen if anime villains were transported to the real world. Like what would our life look like if these people existed in our world? So we're going to get started straight with Naruto. Now, Naruto is a good example of how this is going to go. I'm really going to pick the only influential ones that would be, or the main villain, right? Like, Naruto has so many villains, but I'm obviously not going to talk about someone like Zabuza. That's just going out of the way. If you guys want a really extended version, let me know down in the comments. But we're going to start here with the Akatsuki. Now, the Akatsuki are going to fuck a lot of shit up, and there's no chance we stop them, whatever their goal is, and they're going to get that infinite Tsukuyomi up. I'm not going to lie. Who's stopping Madara? Nobody, bro. Not even the strongest ninja in the world could. Yeah, we are cooked. And if Kaguya comes back and wants to do it, which I don't necessarily see that happening, because the plan would have to be entirely different. So I just don't see that happening. We're just transporting the villains here, not the power system and everything, so we don't have anything. The Tsukuyomi, yeah, is going to take us all, bro, which might not be a bad thing. We won't have to worry about any more war, any more, bad stuff to happen, right? That might be a good thing. I don't know. But a good thing you guys can do is go down and hit the subscribe button. It's free, and it helps me out a lot. But now we'll move on to JoJo, so we'll start with Dio, the first, really main villain. If you want to go with Cars and the Pillar Men, if they somehow reawaken, there's nothing we can do about them. But they just want to live during the day. So after killing enough people, they'd probably just chill. But anyway, we have Dio. Now, Dio is just going to cause... He's basically going to start like a cult, or like a terrorist organization. That's what Dio's going to do. He's going to be impossible to stop, but I don't think he's going to necessarily destroy the world or anything. Kira is just going to end up becoming a serial killer like he is in the show. Diavolo is just going to have that crime monopoly. But Pucci is going to fuck up our shit, dude. Pucci, if he gets his goal, we're just going to be gone. I don't know. What else do I say? We're just not going to be here anymore. Next, we have Black Clover. Now, I'm going to have to go with Zagred. He's really the only villain we can really take and bring to the real world. And if Zagred was in the real world, yeah, we're just fucked. What do we do, right? That one's pretty simple, though. He's a giant demon. I don't know how we'd stop him. Next, we've got One Piece. Now, One Piece is a tough one because there's so many villains and there's so many people who could be classified as villains. I'm just gonna speak generally here. If the One Piece villains were in our world, we would be fucked. That's genuinely how it would go. Kaido would own every damn country in the world. He'd probably own every damn country, and then the world government's gonna, secretly support him, even though I know they don't in the anime, but they probably do, right? And the world government's gonna be doing some bullshit, right? You find some corruption in your city, fuck you, right? That's really what I'm gonna say about One Piece. There's just too many villains there for me to go over all of them. But yeah, and if they let Dofi out, bro, now we're screwed, bro. But next we have Cowboy Bebop. If Vicious was real, I honestly think he wouldn't do that much. Now, he's going to kill a lot of people. He's going to be known as a serial killer for probably all of time. He's going to be a legendary villain in human history. But somebody will take him out eventually. After all, he is not bulletproof and he will go down. Next we have Fullmetal Alchemist, which we have Father. I'm not going to lie, if Father got here, bro, I don't know what would happen because his goal, was to get the Philosopher's Stone or whatever, turn that city into Philosopher's Stone, but then he wanted to fight God or whatever, and I'm confused at what really would happen here. We'd lose a lot of people for sure, and the world would always be in panic because of him, and God would probably clean his shit, and we would, probably be punished for him ever existing, possibly. I don't know. I really don't know what would happen if Father was brought in. That would be interesting. I don't want to say good, but it would be interesting. Next we have Bleach. Aizen. Yeah, Aizen could just have his way with all of us. Let's be honest. What are we doing, bro? He's just gonna walk in a supermarket and everybody's gonna faint. He could just have the supermarket, bro. So yeah. Next we have Beyblade. If we had Ryuga ends up becoming not that bad, and I'm probably gonna go the villains at their strongest peak. And at his peak, he's really not an asshole like that. So I think for the most part we'd be okay, but if anybody pissed him off, he's taking out their whole city. He has the capabilities to do that, but I don't think it'll come to that if everybody just leaves him alone, because after a certain point, he's done with the trying to kill people and shit, right? He's just on his shit. Next we have Dragon Ball. There's a lot for Dragon Ball, but I think you take literally any of them and we are all fucked. You could take Nappa and we are fucked. I don't know, it doesn't matter the Dragon Ball villain. our shit's gone. Now, I'd prefer it be Frieza, because then we'd be gone in like a second, and then you wouldn't have to feel it. If you got someone like Nappa, dude, you're gonna have like, you might just get taken out by an earthquake or something, a building falling on you. That's not gonna be good, dude. Like, if anybody, send Frieza. Next, we have Hunter x Hunter. Now, I'm not gonna include the Phantom Troop, because at least in the anime for Hunter x Hunter, they haven't really done anything to us that was too villainous. Like, it'd be like if they massacred like indigenous clan, like, which happened a lot actually in history, and you know, nobody really cares now. So it's like, I'm just not going to count the Phantom Troop. I'm not saying they're not bad, they are definitely evil, but I just have no idea what they would do, because I don't know what their goal would be. So we're gonna go someone like Meruem. Yeah, Meruem, he would probably take over an entire country, and then people would start to realize, all right, we got to do something. This country is overrun by ants, and then we'd nuke them, and yeah, then he would die. So he would, you know, contribute significantly to the decline of a population of somewhere, but I don't really think anything else too crazy. Hisoka probably will just end up on the Epstein list, and yeah, that'll be it. Then we have JJK, we have Sukuna. I'm not gonna lie, he's gonna be an asshole, right? But like, and he's gonna take out a lot of people, he's gonna kill a lot of people, and he's gonna be unstoppable for us. But I think the world will survive. Like, our population might be cut in half, but I think the world will survive, because I don't think his goal is to ever like really destroy the world, unless if I'm tripping and forgot what Sukuna was about. I think he was just like flexing his power all the time, right? So he'd probably kill a lot of people, but I think the world would bounce back eventually. Next we have Mob Psycho, which you can, I mean, I don't know, none of the villains, I mean, all the villains without Mob are probably just taking over the world. That's probably going to be their goal, and it'll probably happen. I mean, Dimple could probably do it. Next, we have One Punch Man. If we had Boros with no Saitama, dude, we'd all be cooked. Even Garo, too. Like, Garo's whooping everybody. Yeah, I don't know. We'd be cooked without Saitama, so One Punch Man villains as well are just taking us all out. Next, we have Fire Force. Now, with Fire Force, I feel like it'd be delaying the inevitable. Like, I don't think the world would necessarily be destroyed right away. Like, obviously none of us are going to have any powers, but I think we could delay the Evangelius from getting what they want, right? They'll get it eventually, I do think, but I think we can delay it for quite a while, right? Because they don't have anything to really take over like that. So yeah, we'd be fucked, but it would be a slow, painful death. Next we have My Hero. Yeah, Shigaraki and All For One are just fucking us all. So yeah, don't even need to go into detail on that. I mean, that's just gonna be real life supervillains, like, just running terror on us. Next we have Muzan. I mean, honestly, as long as there's still like swords that can take him out. Like, I know he said no power system. Technically, Demon Slayer doesn't have a power system. It's just certain swords, and as long as those swords can be made in real life, he's killable. So I honestly think Demon Slayer would just like eventually take the story of what's happening now. I don't think it'd be exactly like someone like Tanjiro taking him out, but we'd get some master swordsman up in there, and he could take out Muzan probably. So yeah, I'd say it'd probably just follow the actual Demon Slayer world, but in modern times. Next we have Assassination Classroom, which doesn't really have any villains, but if we just want to say Koro existed, because I guess he's the main guy they want to kill, he'd probably just do the same exact thing that he did in the show, so it'd follow the same thing as well. Next we have Blue Exorcist. That's just what, Satan coming to life, and like a bunch of demons coming to life. Yeah, we can't do anything about that, so we're done. I mean, maybe a tank takes him out, but I doubt it. So yeah, I think we'd just be done. Death Note, if Light Yagami was real, he'd eventually get caught. It'd follow pretty much the same exact way. There'd be somebody like L out there who would be able to get him. But yeah, that's pretty much how it'd go. Next we have Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail has a lot of different villains in it, and obviously with how strong some of them are, the world could just be gone. It really could be. I feel like that one's pretty simple. I could elaborate on each different villain, but I think you could drop, I don't know, a season 1 villain. We'd probably still lose. So yeah, I think Fairy Tail villains are also just going to destroy us. Next we have Pokemon. Now, it's weird because then you'd have to bring in Pokemon, which means we would have to have Pokemon if you want to include the villains. But if you're just bringing in the villains with no Pokemon, you're just going to have corruption, I think, right? Like, it's just going to be like how it is in real life, but maybe a little more corrupt because you have some masterminds that are being brought into the world, but that'd be about it. Now, if you bring the Pokemon as well, it probably just follows suit like how Pokemon does. Next, we have Vinland Saga, which I guess you could consider maybe like Thorkel, Askeladd villains. Yeah, they would get fucked. This might be the first show where you bring in the villains and we are stomping them. Like, dude, we just like you just get I don't know, a simple pistol and just shoot them and you win. So yeah, easy dub for us humans. Let's go. Sword Art Online. If you bring in any villain, we're beating them because they are just normal people in a video game, right? So they're normal people again. You just shoot them, we win that too. Next we have Death Parade. Now the main like villain is like a arbiter who has like godlike powers. Yeah, we're not doing nothing to him. We're just not, unless like a nuke could take them out. I don't know how durable they are, so I doubt it. I think they're immortal, but I don't know. It's been a while since I watched, so I don't know. Ippo's just a boxer. There's no real villains, but I guess antagonist, right? Again, you could just shoot him, so we'd win. Next, we have Bungo Stray Dogs. I'm not going to lie, if they brought in Fyodor, dude, we're just all finished. Now, we don't know if he even has any powers. He definitely does. I don't know what it is, though, because I'm not reading ahead. You know, I'm ready for the next season. But anyway, he definitely has powers. But even if you don't bring Fyodor, you could bring so many other people in. Like, even you bring Francis, dude, yeah. Everything's gone. Octagawa, everything's gone. Like, those powers are just going to be too strong to stop. But Fyodor, I think, alone is just going to whoop everybody. Next, we have Attack on Titan. You bring Eren Yeager. But the thing is, he wouldn't really have the same goal here, would he? I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard. Can you even bring Eren Yeager and he be a villain still? I don't think he really would be, right? So maybe Attack on Titan, there's not any. Maybe like Annie or the Colossal Titans and stuff. And as you can see, they are beatable. So, you know, with tanks and what we've got now, I think we could stop them. Next, we have Mashle. Yeah, we're cooked. Any magic, and especially someone as strong as Innocent Zero, yeah, no, we're not winning. Edge Runners, again, Atom Smasher, what are we going to do? Bullets not going to work, tanks aren't going to work. Maybe a nuke would work, but I don't know. Next, we have the God of High School. Yeah, no, we're not beating gods, bro. Solo leveling, we're definitely not beating. Like, Baru's just taking over the world. We've got nothing for Baru. Unless if a nuke, you know, a nuke's our number one option, right? So that's just what I'm thinking here. Could a nuke on Jeju Island take out Baru? Probably not, so I'm just going to still say we lose. Elusive Samurai, yeah, we're winning. They're just real samurai. I just shoot them. Windbreaker, they're kids, so yeah, I'd hope we'd win. You don't even need a gun for that. Code Geass, Lelouch isn't really a villain, though. But who really, I mean, his dad's a villain. His dad has Geass powers, but I think we win eventually. I think we win eventually. Next, we have Skate the Infinity. It's just a normal dude who likes kids. Yeah, he's done. Just Jeffrey Epstein, bro. Next, we have Rurouni Kenshin. They have, like, certain abilities, but at the end of the day, they're just swordsmen. Again, gun, done. Then we have Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I don't know how we're beating really any of those villains, like, especially the Gun Devil. Yeah, no, Chainsaw Man, we not living, bro. Let's just say it like that. Golden Kamuy, they're normal people, soldiers, but yeah, it'll just probably take a military to take them out. Next, we have Gurren Lagann. Anti-Spiral, no shot. Here's 0 chance. Boruto, we're going against gods. We're obviously cooked. Baki, we would win because there's no way Yujiro can survive a tank shot. But the fact that we have to use that much on a normal human would be crazy. Next, we have Yu Yu Hakusho. I think we could... I don't know. We're definitely not taking out Toguro. No, there's no way we take out Toguro or any of the Elder Demons or whatever. Yeah, no. Toguro is like a walking tank. I don't think a nuke would be enough to stop him. So I think we lose. Yeah, I don't think we could beat anyone from Yu. I think they could just have whatever they want, which I don't know what that would be. Toguro just wants to get stronger, so maybe he wouldn't hurt anybody. I don't know. But Shinsui for sure is fucking everything up, so. Next we have Devil May Cry, which is the White Rabbit. Like, he's low-key kind of stoppable, but he just becomes unstoppable because they don't know enough about him yet. Like, if we know about him, I think we can stop him, but that's, like, a part of his strength, so I would have to say no, because they could not stop him because they didn't know enough yet. So, yeah, I'm going to have to say we can't stop him. Tsukimichi, I mean, they have powers. We're losing. GTO, the villain's the little girl, again. Yeah, we weren't in that. D. Gray Man, we're losing. What are we supposed to do, bro? This guy turning us into fucking killing machines. Fate Zero, yeah, no. Even Kirei without Gilgamesh should be pretty strong, but obviously he's going to have Gilgamesh, and Gilgamesh is going to fuck us, so yeah. No. Samurai Champloo, they're just samurais, so yeah, we could shoot them and win. Trigun, no. We are losing that pretty easily. Knives is wiping out everybody. And then To Be Hero X, obviously we're not winning that either. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. I will catch you guys later. Peace.